there, YouTube. We're back again today for another gameplay impression video. And today we checked out Wolf and Hound from Ninja Shar. Protect your sheep from bad wolves. And I played it with my lovely wife, 2 players. And I do believe we're going to start seeing some more impression videos on this channel. I've always held back a little bit, but recently apparently a lot of people like these because, you know, it's shorter than review. This was our first time playing this. I'm pretty sure we played everything correctly. The rules were pretty decent. So Wolf and Hound is essentially, it's like a game of hot potato, I think, kind of. I think that's a fair estimate.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like hot potato. You're going to be playing down cards, and there's a wolf, and then there are sheep. And I'm actually going to, I'm going to give you some of the components to really kind of explain it a little bit better. So each player is going to have a pasture of sheep right there, and at the end of a phase, if the wolf is in front of you, then one of your sheep is going to get chased out into the forest here. And if you lose all your sheep, you and your partner, because this is a team-based game, are going to lose the game. Likewise, though, if your prairie dog is in front of you, then he chases one of your sheep from the forest back into the back in your pen. So as you can see, very nice components.
He's a sheepdog, by
Sheepdog, yeah, that would make more sense than a hound dog. I'm going to let Melina start with this, my lovely wife, because she has much stronger feelings about the game than I do. So what did you think about your first impression on the game?
Since we've only played the base game.
We played it 2 players as well, which I do not think is the ideal way to play it.
The dumbest freaking game I've ever played.
Okay, come on. It's not that bad.
This is stupid.
Like some of the Kickstarters we got, it's not broken. Well,
2 players it is. We haven't played it 4 players, but 2 players it's certainly broken.
Well, I feel like the main problem that you have here, and the main problem, it says in the rules that the first player has an advantage.
The first player starts with 2 sheep. Which
is pretty common in a lot of games that it's like Lords of Waterdeep.
But you don't gain any at any point in time.
Yes, but in theory...
Everybody else has 3.
Everybody else does have 3 sheep, and there's no way to gain more sheep. So I agree, and I was really trying to think what advantage they have. Because in a 2-player game, players 1 and players 2 are controlled by humans, and then 3 and 4 are dummy players that you have a little bit control over, but it's still kind of random.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if she was playing as players 1 and players 4, I could definitely see you having an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case. She plays as 1 and as 3, which means I play as player 4, so I have the last say on what happens each round.
Yeah.
Which definitely seems like I have an advantage.
Besides the fact that you have more sheep than I do.
Okay, you're really hammering that point home.
Well, it's stupid.
Yes, because you lose the game pretty much immediately after a certain phase if you have no sheep in your pen. If either of your players have no sheep in your pen. Now, I will say that, you know, obviously, you know, reviewers want to play this numerous times. There is tons of stuff that we are not playing with. So I said we played with the base version of the game, which only has a very standard sheepdog and a very standard wolf. And there's, you know, sheep cards and wolf cards and metamorphic cards and just crazy wolf cards that do all sorts of various different things. And you can play where there's more wolves, and, you know, there's a designer's card and just a lot of stuff like that. So I'm hoping that this is just the training wheels version of the game. And
God, I hope so.
With more people, I think you would like this game immediately better if it was with 4 players. I think
Not
that's
the base.
Really?
No, I don't think I would like this any better 4 players.
Well, see, here's the thing. Then you could whisper to each other. You'd be like, "Oh, play this." Yeah. Like it would actually be a team version of the game. You know what I mean? You could work together. Okay.
I honestly don't see how it would be any better with adding 2 other people here.
See, and I disagree with her completely on that. I feel like there would be much more strategy there, especially for players 1 and player 4, because you could be like, oh, maybe I have this card. I'm not sure what the rules are on Table Talk. The rules were very long. They're like 27 pages, but most of it's very simple and very redundant. And actually, most of it's talking about the expansions and all the fancy stuff. Component-wise, very nice, though. You like the artwork.
Yeah, I love the artwork.
The artwork's not really my cup of tea, but I'm just not into the whole,
And the components are really nice.
Yeah, the sheep looks cool. It has a very cool aesthetic appeal.
The fence is cool.
And I like...
Nice little touch.
And I still hold out hope for this game. I want to play it 4 players. I want to play it 4 players with the base game. And then I want to play with the special players, 4 players as well. I feel like that could definitely improve the game. I'm not ready to write this one off. What do you think?
I'm ready to write the base game off.
Okay.
The base. I'm not going to judge all the special cards and everything.
I'm ready to write the 2-player game off, I think. But we'll probably play another game of that. Maybe we'll even do an impression video on that, too. Who knows? With the fancy cards, see if that mixes stuff up. But yeah, it was definitely not... this is not one I would recommend. 2 players base game.
Not the base game.
It wasn't
Absolutely not.
terrible, but at no point in time... Yeah, I was also not on... I guess
it was terrible.
Yeah, I was not on her side. She was getting very frustrated at the fact that being the 4th player, I pretty much had some control over what was going to happen at the end of the round.
It pretty much did not matter what I played.
A little bit.
No, it did not matter what I played because you got the final say. You could move it basically wherever you wanted, depending on what was in your hand.
But I didn't have there was nothing that I didn't know what was in my hand though. It was a dummy. It was a blind draw. But yes, I agree. I don't feel like it's the most balanced at 2 players.
No.
So overall, we were very unimpressed with it at 2 players. But we will come back to it, revisit it with more players, and hopefully it will change our impressions of it. So that was our initial impression of Wolf and Hound from Ninja Star Games. 2 players base game, first gameplay, not really feeling it. But I still think there's a lot of potential here. I'm really hoping that the special cards shake it up and going 4 players shakes it up because I really am a sucker for... I love team-based games. I really enjoy playing with teams and strategizing with my teammate, trying to figure out the ideal moves. And I like the mechanisms in this game. I really do like the hot potato. It's just like a big modified version of hot potato, but with an extra sheepdog that kind of is, I don't know, it's a cold potato? It's ranch dressing? What would that be called? The wolf
ranch dressing?
The wolf card is the hot potato, and the what's the sheepdog in the hot potato analogy?
I don't know.
Well, let me know what you think in the comments below what the sheepdog would be in the hot potato analogy. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.